Ignorance, they say, is bliss. Nigeria is the only country that has defeated Russia in a battle. Nigerian military stopped USSR from encroaching into Indian territory and overwhelming the country. Nigerian military did that. Go down history lane and learn. Let me take you on a ride. The country that kicked the Italians out of this African continent is Nigeria. The Nigerian military did that. The Nigerian military rescued the country you know as Kenya today from the Italians. Nigerian military did that. The Nigerian military rescued the country you know as Ethiopia today. The Nigerian military did that. The only military in Africa that ever used the phrase mission accomplished is the Nigerian military. No other military can boast of that in this African territory. The Nigerian military put some respect on Nigeria. It is highly demanded. If you don't know that, the Nigerian military rescued Liberia. They rescued Sierra Leone. It's because of the Nigerian military that Liberians have a country, Sierra Leoneans have a country, Kenyans have a country, Ethiopians have a country today. If you don't know that, go and read history. It took sweat and blood. Nigerian military has the fastest victory in the history of the world. The fastest victory in the history of the world, the Nigerian military. How long have you been in DRC? Every day you claim to be keeping peace. So, the Nigerian military has the fastest victory in Ethiopia. They took care of business, handed the country back to her people. They handed the country back to her people, to the Ethiopians. Mission accomplished. They never stole from the country. They never took even a single mine in the country. Rather, the Nigerians contributed to the Ethiopians. They gave donation to the Ethiopians during the war. If you don't know that, go read history. Nigerians donated their money for Ethiopians. Nigerians kicked out the Italians out of Ethiopia, kicked them out of Kenya. You go to Liberia, Nigeria rescued that country. How long did Nigeria take to rescue that country? In a matter of years, Nigerians were out of there. Mission accomplished. You have been in Congo for 64 years. 64 years you've been in Congo. And you tell us that you're keeping peace there. How long do you want to keep the peace? How long is it going to take you to redeem the country, to rescue them just the way Nigerians rescued you with $61 billion? Mandela arrived in Nigeria in 1962. In 1994, Mandela became president. 1962, Mandela went to Nigeria. In 1990, he got freedom. The Nigerian ex-president was there to redeem him from prison in 1986. In the next 4 years, Mandela was released. The next 4 years, he became president. Nigerians did that. What have you done? Put some respect on Nigerian military. Nigerian military did that. Don't you ever in your mind think. You are asking if Nigerian military has ever won any country, have won war? Are you out of your senses? Can't you read history? They rescued India. Go to Lebanon and see what Nigerians did there. Go to Madagascar. Go to Sao Tome and Principe and ask them what Nigerians did there. Nigerians rescued that country and delivered the country back to her people. And you're here asking this question, Mr. Man, you're the very one that Nigerians redeemed. Do you know how much Nigeria invested in you? $61 billion to redeem you. The Nigerian military did that. They purged that money out. How much did Nigeria spend to redeem Liberia and Sierra Leone? Almost 20 billion US dollars. Can you give 1 billion to Zimbabwe? Nigerian military did that to redeem this country, and then they took nothing out of this country. They never took a mine. They never stole the resources. They never raped the girls. They never molested anybody. Nigerian military is the most disciplined. Rather, they will marry these women than to rape them and to render them useless. They have families in some of these countries. But what do you do in the RC? The RC is not free because Nigerians didn't stay there. You're there in the RC. What are you doing there? Nigerian military and police were the first to go to the RC, if you never know that. They went there to train the people, not to take the mines. They trained the soldiers so that they can defend their country. But they left after training them. What did you do afterwards? You started arming the rebels. After Nigerian military left the RC, you armed the rebels. You supported the secessionists. You did that. Nigerian police were there in the RC. They trained the go history is there for you to read. They trained the police and they trained the military. But you then fed weapons to the rebels. And you claim to have been there for 64 years. How can you be seeking peace for 64 years? You can't use the phrase mission accomplished that Nigerian military used loosely. And you have the audacity to talk to Nigeria. You must put some respect. It is highly demanded. Put some respect on the nation that redeemed this continent. Without Nigerian military, we would all be doomed in this continent. You would have no home in Africa, believe me.